Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is If She So Pleases. This is the third installment for the series surrounding the phrases "my hair is just unruly," "my hair is just so hard to deal with," etc, etc. So if you haven't seen the first two videos, I'll link the first one here, click on this one, and I'll leave the second one here. So click on this one too, so you can get caught up on where we are. Without further ado, the reason is you're disillusioned as to what it actually takes to take care of something beautiful. Growing up, for me, beauty was never a particularly important thing in my household. My mum is a single mum, and raising me to get ahead in life was basically her number one priority. She would always emphasize the importance of getting a good education and being well behaved. She would always dress me in trousers and dungarees whenever we left the home. And when it came to my hair, Mom would wash and style my hair every 3 weeks into practical styles that wouldn't get in my face, so it would be in the way at school, wouldn't cause me to play with it all day. Those styles weren't always the most flattering, and I will include some here. And I was very aware of that when I was a child. As for hygiene, she always taught me how to keep myself clean, but clean and well moisturized, I guess, but it wouldn't go far beyond that. I never had my nails painted as a child or wore perfume or dresses outside of special occasions. When I was a kid, I didn't think much of these things. I was always a bit of a tomboy, and because I never really wore dresses, I never really felt comfortable in them when I did. And it wasn't until university when I realized that my upbringing may have been a little bit of a double-edged sword. On one hand, my mum had always protected me, right? As a single mom, I knew it was hard for her at some points. I was also able to be free. I didn't have any boundaries and expectations when it came to beauty in my household, apart from keeping clean and neat. On the other hand, it also meant that by the time I left home and became interested in being attractive and feeling beautiful, I was having to learn everything from scratch. Makeup, hair, nails, clothes. So why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because I went to university and I met one of my best friends till this day, Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Charlie is Caucasian. And I remember thinking from the first day that I met her, I remember thinking, wow, Charlie looks so put together all the time. You know, she just looks great. That's what I would always think. Even when we were broke university students, right? Her hair and makeup were always perfect. She always had lovely makeup. She always had like bone straight hair with a little hime cut at that time, which is like a princess cut. And I was really into that type of thing. I thought it looked really cool. I was used to think, oh, it must be nice. You just wake up, you know, you put some lip gloss on, you put some mascara on, and you comb your hair, and because it's in already a particular cut, you look so pretty. I made up a whole story in my head about how easy it seemed to look good when you look a certain way, when you have a certain hair type. And it would frustrate me because I felt like I was having the opposite experience. I was 20 years old. I was still trying to figure out how to cover my dark circles because I had just started to learn about makeup and how to start my hair in the morning. And it just was difficult for me. Fast forward to the final year of university. Charlie and I are still great friends. Big up Charlie. So we decide that we're going to live together along with another really good friend of ours as well. And while we were living together, it took me about 2 weeks to realize that all my assumptions were false. The ideas that I had about Charlie waking up the way she was were just that, ideas. There was one day of the week where we had like a 9 a.m. class, and then that was the only class for the day. So I think it was 9 till 10 or 9 to 11. So I would roll out of bed at like 8:15, rush to get dressed, keep my hair in the braids that I had for sleep, put a cap on because I wasn't taking it down for one class, and that was it. That was it, right? I was ready to leave at like 8:30, 8:40. Charlie, on the other hand, had woken up about an hour and a half before me. She'd showered, she'd washed her hair, she deep conditioned her hair. Then she went back to her room to get dressed. Then she would blow dry her hair and straighten her hair and do her makeup. At first, I was shocked. I was like, what? You do all of that? Why would you do all of that? That's what I would wonder. I would be like, why would you go through all of that? But then I would remember my previous thoughts about how I always thought that she looked great, right? I always thought she looked put together. I always thought that she looked amazing. And then I realized, that's why she enjoys looking that way. And I don't look that way because I don't put in the effort. I'm not saying I don't look like her. Of course, I don't look like her. We look nothing alike, but I don't look that level of put together, if that makes sense. Now, I'm not saying that we all need to have 25-step routines in the morning to get ready. That's not the point of the story. So why am I telling you this, right? I'm telling you this because I think sometimes we're really disillusioned to the amount of effort we need to put into something to make it beautiful. Are you guys with me? I hope you're with me. What I really wanted at that time wasn't truly to learn and how to look better. It was to get the most out of doing the least, right? So I wanted to look put together, but I also wanted to roll out of bed 10 minutes before I had to leave. I wanted my hair to grow super long, but I also wanted to leave it buried under a wig for 4 weeks in the meantime. I wanted it to look healthy, but I also wanted to leave it in braids for the whole of the exam season in the same braids without moisturizing or doing anything to it. So this is to say again, I think sometimes we just underestimate how much care something that looks beautiful needs. And I'm not saying you need a complicated routine. If it's the first time watching this video, my hair regimen is split into 4 sections: cleanse, condition, moisturize, and seal. That is it. But compared to the regimen I had when I was a child, my mom used to wash my hair, condition it, dry it, and then braid it basically with pink lotion and hair grease on my scalp. So it wasn't any easier, it wasn't any shorter, but there's a different level of care that I have now for my hair. I hope this is making sense, and I hope that you guys are with me on this. Otherwise, I'm going to sound crazy. As I've gotten older now, I realize that having time to care for myself, doing my hair, doing things like my makeup, doing my nails, they're not punishment time like I used to think they were. I would have rather gotten more sleep than done this stuff. But now I just go to bed early, I wake up early, everything fits in the morning, I have fun while doing it, and life is a lot nicer. Do you resonate with this video at all? Are you at the point in your regimen where you might feel that your hair is really difficult and maybe you look to someone else and think, I wish my hair was like yours? My advice would be to really study them. I mean, there are some people on this earth who just happen to be perfect. They wake up that way, they go to sleep that way, they don't do anything. But I'm going to say that's a very, very small percentage of people. Most people who have anything good, hair, makeup, outside of beauty, even knowledge, skill set, mastery, it's all due to them practicing over a long period of time rather than them just waking up that way, which it sometimes feels. I mean, I get comments all the time that say, like, you could say that because your hair looks like that. Yeah, because of all the years of study and practice that I've put into looking after my hair. That's why it looks like this, you know? Are there limitations? Yes. I have to acknowledge there is an argument for different hair textures and how some hair textures are more difficult to deal with than others. And I'm sure there are some people that will fight with me, even on this video, to prove that their hair is the most difficult head of hair on the planet. But I have to ask, on an individual level, if you do feel this way about your hair. And again, I felt this way. I felt this way for so long. But it came to the point where I had to look at myself and I had to say, how exactly does thinking this way benefit me? How does feeling like my hair is the most difficult thing in this world benefit me? It doesn't. I promise you it doesn't. In my experience, it doesn't. It would hold me back. It would stop me from trying new things. It would stop me from keeping a consistent regimen, because every few weeks when my hair wasn't 10 inches longer, I would give up. I'd throw it in the towel. I'd throw in the towel and say, oh, it doesn't work, my hair. And then I wouldn't come back to it for another couple of months or so. And during those months that I was, taking time off my hair, I was treating it badly. And so I was really just setting myself back in the journey. Whereas if I had gone forward with a positive outlook, with a positive mindset and learned to actually love my hair, I wouldn't have gone through that at all. So if this is you, I hope this video helped. If you stayed this long, I have something for you. I'm mentioning it in the end of all of my videos, but I have a secret unlisted video that I'm going to share with you. It's called 4 Reasons Why Your Hair Just Isn't Growing. And this video is good, I must say. It's got some really common mistakes that I see often, but just aren't talked about. And they could be the key between where your hair is now and where your hair wants to be. So if you want to watch that video, it's completely free. The link is in the bio. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you enjoy my content, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.